The New York Giants lose to the Dallas Cowboys in Week 10, 49-17. And man, oh man, this one was a tough one for all New York Giants fans out there, including myself. You thought it was going to get off to a good start, right? You're able to hold the Dallas Cowboys to 0 points as they drive the ball all the way down the field. They're faced with a 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. And the Giants going to stop. But they get the ball back and they go 4 and out. And the Giants get another stop. And the Giants get the ball inside their 5-yard line and they're unable to do anything. And then you get an interception. You have the ball inside the 12-yard line of the Cowboys and you go 4 and out, 4th and 2. And you give it to Saquon and he's unable to make the most of it. Look, at the end of the day, the Giants are just not in the same class as the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott put on a clinic of being an efficient quarterback today. 26 of 35, 404 yards, 4 touchdowns. The interception, Cordell Flott made a good play on that. Giants were unable to capitalize, though, and get points on the board. Rico Dowell, 12 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown. Brandon Cooks had over 150 yards. I think CeeDee Lamb had over 150 yards. The Giants' defense got absolutely dominated today. We'll get to the defense coming up in a second. Tommy DeVito, I want to give him a little bit of credit for battling today. He's in a situation where he is not set up to have success, right? I mean, 14 of 27, 86 yards, 14 completions. That's just not him. 14 completions for 86 yards. Had those 2 touchdowns, hooked up with Sterling Shepard as the game closed. And then he also had a touchdown to Lawrence Cager in the right flat. Did throw an interception at Jalen Hyatt, open once again deep downfield, and just underthrew it. Look, I could sit up here and I could blame Tommy DeVito all you want, but at the end of the day, Tommy DeVito is what Tommy DeVito is. And that's okay. Not everyone's meant to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. It was my dream to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, but I'm on YouTube talking about the Giants. Sometimes they're just not that good, and that's okay. But he battled. He showed heart. He didn't quit, and I respect him for the effort that he gave. He's not good enough. This team's not good enough. This coaching staff's not good enough right now. The Dallas Cowboys just embarrassed you. They were up by 30 in that 4th quarter trying to throw the football and add more points. Their starting defense, or their backup offense was out there, and the Giants' starting defense could not stop them. But with this loss, the Giants move up to number 2 in the NFL draft. I'm not going to root for losses because I just love this team too much. I could never root for the New York Giants to lose. But I do know what losing brings, and it brings a higher draft pick. And right now, the Giants have the 2nd pick in the NFL draft. So I want to hear from you. If you could pick a college quarterback to draft this upcoming year, who would you rather it be? Is it Caleb Williams? Is it Drake May? Pick the quarterback that you want to see under center next year for Big Blue. Look, the Giants' defense could not get stops. I don't think there was one deep pass that was incomplete for Dak Prescott. He made big-time throw after big-time throw to a lot of open receivers downfield. I mean, Brandon Cooks, 9 receptions for 173 yards and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 11 receptions for 151 yards and a touchdown. Even Michael Gallup got in on the fun, 2 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown. The New York Giants gave up a season-high in amount of yards to the Dallas Cowboys. I want to say it was close to 700. The Giants gave up 640 total yards to the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys had the ball for 37 minutes today. The Cowboys were 6 of 12 on 3rd downs. They were 1 of 2 on 4th downs. Giants did not sack Dallas. That's another game this year that Dak Prescott has not been sacked by the Giants. Cowboys weren't sacked last year by the Giants. They weren't sacked again this year. You only forced them to 2 punts. Just looked like a NFL team playing a high school team. Giants just aren't ready to compete at the top of the league right now. That's why they have 2 wins, and that's why they are slotted to pick number 2 in the NFL draft. We're going to break down more of this game and get to some questions coming in from subscribers. But first, I got to tell you guys about our proud sponsor, Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in North America. If you enjoy playing daily fantasy sports, you're going to love Prize Picks because it's super easy. All you do is create a lineup of 2+ players, and you simply choose more or less on their stat line. My prize picks today did not hit. I was 0 for 2. I went with less yards for Dak Prescott and with more carries for Saquon Barkley. Neither hit. But you know what? I can afford a couple of losses because I got hooked up with the $100 deposit match. When I went to prizepicks.com/CLNS, I put $100 into my account, and they matched it with $100. So, give you a little bit of room for error. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. That link will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. David Dillon says, why was Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton arguing? So it came in about at the start of that fourth quarter, late third quarter. As we're also getting word that Tommy DeVito is going in for x-rays after the game. So if you thought the Giants quarterback situation could not get any worse, it will be with Tommy DeVito going to get an x-ray. We will keep you guys up to date on that, so make sure you are subscribed. But why was Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton arguing? You know what? I don't have a good reason for you. I was not plugged in on the sideline, but we saw that Darius Slayton was yelling at Sterling Shepard. Shepard stepped in as a leader, started yelling back at Darius Slayton, and then Brian Daboll went over to Darius Slayton to calm him down. I'm not sure. Look, you lose 47-17. There's 49-17. There's not going to be a lot of happy emotions on that sideline. I'm not sure. I'm not sure with you. I wish I could give you a better answer. I will try to find the answer out and relay it to you guys, but I'm sure it's something about the offense not doing some or not being in the right spot. Joe G says, when do the Giants look for a new medical staff? The injuries are killing us. Sometimes, look, I know we can blame the medical staff all we want. Giants just got beat up today. It didn't feel like they deserved to be on that same field for the Giants. Tommy DeVito was going for x-rays. Kayvon Thibodeau left the game with a concussion. Cordell Flott left the game with a shoulder injury. Jalen Hyatt left the game with a concussion. So Hyatt, Flott, Thibodeau, and Tommy DeVito all dinged up in this game. I don't know what trainers can do to help you prepare for concussions. Giants just didn't look like they deserved to be on that same field. They got beat up. And they got absolutely embarrassed. The Cowboys were throwing the ball up 35 in the fourth quarter. If you're not embarrassed and you're a Giants fan, I don't know what to tell you. I'm embarrassed, and I'll tell you this much. John Mara, he's going to be embarrassed. Also, Brian Daboll says Tommy DeVito will be the starting QB next week. Mike G says, what is a top defense need? Good pass rush and good corners. Giants don't have much of that right now. I know the G may need plenty on offense, but the defense isn't perfect. It is not perfect at all, brother. They gave up 49 yards, 49 points, and almost 700 yards. Everyone is on the hot seat. Wink Martindale's on the hot seat. Talking offseason, not right now as far as addressing the need. Look, there's a lot of needs. You need more pass rush. You need more corners. You need safeties that make plays. I can't remember the last time Xavier McKinney made a play. I like what I've seen out of Micah McFadden. I like what I've seen out of Bobby Okereke. I like what I've seen out of Dexter Lawrence. Giants just aren't talented enough to compete against top teams right now. Roster's not good enough. Coaching staff's not putting them into positions to be successful. It's tough. Montega, best performing Giants player so far this season, Dexter Lawrence, and it's not really close. Dexter Lawrence is having an all-time defensive tackle season, and it stinks that he's playing on a team right now that's not going to put him in the light to be successful. It stinks. It absolutely stinks. You know what, though? I still love this football team. I still love this organization, and I'm going to bleed Giants blue until I'm out of blood. You love the Giants. Can we just get a big blue in the chat? Can we just get a big blue in the chat? A lot of people quit. A lot of people aren't watching this team. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to keep you guys up to date on the latest Giants news and rumors. We'll be live potentially on the channel tomorrow. I got a late day with the Knicks game. Maybe we move the live to Tuesday. But we will have videos out on the channel and every day for the remainder of the season. So subscribe, and maybe we could sub for some Giants dubs. As always, I just want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in, man. It's it's tough sledding right now. It is tough sledding right now as a Giants fan. You're about to pick 2 in the draft. Yikes. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up icon, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you later. Go Giants.